Hey everyone. So, yeah, I'm behind today, so I'm gonna call this Transformation Vlog 15. Probably should be 16, but it's 15. We're calling it. That's what it is. And this has been a pretty wild day. Like, there's been a lot of stuff that has come out of today, and I am grateful for all of it. I love all of it. It has been amazing. So let me start with what I got in the afternoon, because what in the afternoon was kind of a game changer. It really was kind of a game changer. Well, the afternoon and evening were both game changers, but we'll start with the afternoon. So the afternoon was, I did my daily meditation for an hour, or as close to an hour as I could make. I think I made it to 50 minutes before I just couldn't sit still any longer, and that's just me. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. But so I did my afternoon meditation. Medication. Yeah, it's pretty close. Um, and the message that I got, what I received, and very clearly in quite a few different visuals to explain what the message was that I needed to receive, was basically it was kind of the biblical story of don't despair in the day of small beginnings. Take it step by step. There are steps to it. There are things that raise you to the next levels, but you have to do what's required at the lower level. You have to do what's required at the beginning in order to get to the middle. You have to do what's required at the middle in order to get to the end. And you can't just leapfrog it. There's no part of the awakening or transformation or evolving process that just fast forwards you to the end goal. It doesn't happen that way. You have to start at the beginning. You have to start at whatever level you're on. And depending on what your goal is, your level that you're on may be very, very beginner, which it kind of is in my regard. There are some things I still have to prove out in order to say that I can teach them. There are some things I still have to prove out in order to say that this is, the way, the truth, and the light, if assuming those things come through me. And so while I had big dreams and big ideas and big ideals, I still have those, but those are not my first step. And it's interesting, once I took those out of that's my first step, things became a lot simpler. Things became a lot lighter. Things became a lot more, I can handle this. I know what to do because it's in a simpler fashion. And if I do this and do it well and master it, I can build on this, as opposed to trying to go a step or two ahead, which was both beyond my skill set as well as beyond my ken, to say, I'm going to try to deliver at that level. I've never delivered at that level. I'm not prepared to deliver at that level. I have to deliver at the level that I'm on and then build from there. And while part of me is scared because that's a longer trip, it's longer before that is profitable to any level that I'm accustomed to or familiar with. The reality is that I'm not going to make it to those levels until and unless I'm willing to prove that I can be successful, I can master what needs to be done on my level. And I was willing to bypass all of it. All of it. I just assumed, I found my path. I found my awakening. I've got my calling. I'm going to go be Bill Gates tomorrow. Nope. Yeah, Bill Gates' title is well and secure because I am not taking his title tomorrow. I'm not prepared to be a Bill Gates tomorrow. I'm not prepared to, take on a multi-million, let alone a multi-billion-dollar industry tomorrow. I don't have the skills, I don't have the experience, I don't have the set for it yet. Yet being the operative word. There's nothing saying that I won't be in the future, because there was a time where Bill Gates was not Bill Gates. There was a time where Jeff Bezos was not Jeff Bezos. There was a time where Mark Zuckerberg was not Mark Zuckerberg. They all had to go through their levels to get to the level of success, the level of influence, the level of resonance that they have now. But they had to work through their steps and their levels the same way I'll have to work through my steps and my levels. So despite all of the wonderful pipe dreams of the end goal where I'm impacting millions of people around the world, I got to learn how to impact 10 people. Then I got to learn how to impact 100 people. Then I have to learn how to impact 1,000 people. And up and up and up. But I have to take the steps in order to figure out how to be what I'm called to be, how to be what I'm meant to be at each level, and learn what's needed to perform at the next level. But I can't do that if I'm trying to skip levels and assume that the world is going to make me something bigger than I am. No, the world is going to make me who I am, and it will enlarge me as I grow. And as fundamental as that seems, that was profound for me. That was really profound for me, because I had this, the world is just going to create the Jack and the Beanstalk experience where I'm going to go from destitute farmer to up in the clouds with this castle with all the food you could ever want. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's all steps. It's all steps. And you have to take your steps, and I have to take my steps, and we all have to take our steps in order to get to the levels that we want. I talked the other day about the growth of hip-hop. You know what? Hip-hop in the 80s was not prepared to be hip-hop in the 2010s. Not even close. Not even close. There was growth throughout that entire process. Microsoft in the 1980s was not prepared to be Microsoft now. Jeff Bezos in the 1980s was not prepared to be Jeff Bezos now. They had to go through their steps. They had to learn it at a new level for every new level they accomplished and every new level that they wanted to accomplish, because they had to come from the level they were at to the level that they were going, and they had to learn the differences. They had to learn what new skills were required, what new entities were required, what new energy was required, what new personnel was required, what new strategies were required, what new tactics were required. And each level is going to make you do that. And each level is making me do that. But the concept of its steps really opened up a lot of things for me, because I was overwhelmed trying to accommodate a level that I'm not at. I was overwhelmed trying to accommodate something that I am not prepared to do. But when I look at it as what can I do on my level, and learn the next level, and learn the things that are necessary to build and grow and prosper and strive and thrive on the next level. Then I said, okay, I know how to do that. And then everything became light. It no longer became a struggle. It no longer became a burden. It no longer became a problem. It became, I know how to do that. And when I start from what I know how to do, I can grow from there. I can build from there. And so in this moment, I feel supported. In this moment, I feel supported. In this moment, I feel as though what is on my plate to do is supported, and that I will succeed so long as I stay in my lane and learn how to handle the next lane, the faster lane, the more powerful lane. But right now, I've got to learn how to win my own lane. I've got to learn how to be the best at my own lane, and then grow my circle, my influence, my power, my whatever you want to call it, from there. And it took getting to a point where I had to learn what staying in my lane is to put that in perspective. So I'm going to make this the exception. I normally say I don't have the answers, I've got the questions, but in this time, I think I got an answer. And frankly, I like that answer. I think that's an answer I can work with. I think that's an answer I can strive from and make a difference from. And so in this instance, I will say I got an answer. And I hope that you, whoever you are watching this, may have gotten an answer too. That said, there's still a lot of questions out there. A lot of questions. There's a lot of things I don't know. And so I'm going to keep asking those questions, and I'm going to keep trying to find out the answers to those questions and let the universe bring me those answers and grow as the universe wills. So in the meantime, God bless. Have a good night.